There's no grammarian today. I think so.
Very good morning to all Toastmasters and guests. I am Toastmaster Daniel Andrew. I will be the Surgeon at Arms for today's meeting. I welcome you all for our 365th meeting of our Wake Up Chennai Toastmasters Club. As everybody in their life has the mission to achieve something, their goals, likewise, our Toastmasters Club also has the mission. So, our mission is to provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop their leadership and communication skills, resulting in develop their greater self-confidence and personal growth. Before we get into the meeting, there are three ground rules to be followed during the entire meeting. Rule number one: since it is a virtual meeting, uh, mute your microphone and turn off your camera. If you may be moving, that will be distracted during the meeting. Rule number two: as Toastmasters, we should not speak about sex, religion, and politics. Kindly refrain from speak about these three topics. Rule number three: do not cross talk or unmute when the speaker is speaking. And also, I request all the members to encourage the participants in terms of emojis during the meeting is progressing. Now, before further proceedings, I am going to introduce an amazing Toastmaster, our presiding officer. He is a well experienced Toastmaster, very active member, and he is our president. And basically, he is a lifelong learner. He is look, yeah, he's a lifelong learner, and he is a mission to transform himself. He joined Toastmasters at part of his transformation journey, and spends time for reading books, listening, and learning music. He admires Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam and Steve Jobs. I welcome our presiding officer, Toastmaster Sadish Kumar. Over to you. Have a big round of applause to Toastmaster Sadish Kumar. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Daniel Andrew, for the warm welcome. Good morning to Toastmasters and guests. Recently, if you all have followed the news, there's one news about 7 dogs walking 17 kilometers to reach back their home somewhere in a corner of China. Okay, there was a lot of viewership for that one small video of clipping of some 20-30 seconds, and then there were a lot of debate whether the news was right or wrong, or whether the information given is accurate or not. But what I could observe is that there were 7 raw dogs, and they were from different breeds. One Labrador, and which was injured, rather. That's what everybody confirmed. And there was a golden retriever, and there were a couple of other breeds of dogs on a highway, and they were walking together. And definitely, they went back to their village and to meet up with reach their homes back, escaping from somebody who kidnapped them or stole them. So the beauty of the story, though it was a fact or not, keeping that aside, the beauty of the story was that they stayed together. They knew their target very clearly. They have to go back to the specific village, and they knew they have to take care of one of their team members who was injured. And they could walk 17 kilometers back on a highway carefully. They were very small dogs. Everything went together. They reached back home. I mean, that's the story and good points about that. And that reminds me that at Toastmasters, from different walks of life, different age groups, different professions, and we all join together for one single ambition that we all want to become good communicators and better leaders. And at Wake Up Chennai, we join morning at 7 a.m. on every Wednesday and meet here to ensure that we achieve that ambition as individuals. And also, we take our club members along and we ensure that even the guests joining the meetings do get benefited out of it. So, on this note, we are starting the meeting number 365. Welcome, all of you. And today there's a lot of new energy in the team, in the meeting. I'd like to welcome our two new members starting on this first day of the new term. Let me welcome Toastmaster Suresh Babu and Toastmaster Gunasilan, who have joined us today as members of Wake Up Chennai Toastmasters Club. Welcome to you, Suresh Babu and Gunasilan. Thank you so much for joining us today at 7 a.m. And Suresh Babu is a seasoned Toastmaster already. He was with another club in Bangalore and he has shifted to Chennai. And we are glad to have him in our club at Wake Up Chennai. And he's already taken a role, accountant role today. Thank you so much, Suresh Babu, for that. And Gunasilan has made his first move after a few meetings as a guest. He has joined us as a member. Welcome to you, Gunasilan, and I'm sure both of you will have a great journey with Wake Up Chennai Toastmasters Club and will achieve your ambitions. And we do have some guests also today. We have one seasoned Toastmaster from 360 Degrees Toastmasters Club, one of the best clubs in the city. Toastmaster Bindu Tangapan. Ma'am, can you please give a brief introduction about you, sir?
Yeah, I've been in the Toastmaster since 2021. I was actually in Chennai was but then because of it was a difficult my job timing, so that's why I actually put it to 60 because
Sorry, there's a lot of noise in your uh, speech.
you are not able to hear me?
Yeah, now it is very clear. Thank you.
Okay, so now I am the PE of 360 Toastmaster. We conduct our meetings on first and the third of Sundays. Looking forward to a great experience from Wake Up China. I always, have to give a pat on my back to wake up early in the morning to sit in front of the uh, camera to speak. So, yeah, I'm looking for a good experience from Wake Up Chennai. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Bindu. It's a pat on back for all of us for you joining us today. Thank you so much. And we have Toastmaster, we have another guest, Dinesh Kumar, who's with us today. Dinesh, would you like to give a quick introduction about yourself?
Yeah. Hi, sir. Myself, Dinesh. I'm from Chennai. I'm doing laptop business all over Chennai, sir. Sales and service. Yes. All right.
Looks like I think Satish has a challenge with his
Yeah.
audio, right? Um, so with that, can we go on to the next segment? So let me, I think, maybe in the meantime, when Satish comes back, let me introduce our Toastmaster of the day today, Keshav, who's a seasoned, Toastmaster, and he's been a few years, and he's also a podcast specialist and speaker, and he has a lot of such things in his. He's wearing such things in his packet. So, with that, let me welcome our Toastmaster of the day, Keshav.
Thank you, Toastmaster Navneet. It's a pleasure to be here. So, dear Toastmaster guest, today, as the Toastmaster of the day, uh, I feel very immensely happy to be here. And the theme of the meeting is Art of Mental Toughness. So, what is mental toughness to you? I want to ask this perspective with you all. So, anyone who would like to go first?
Mental toughness, according to me, is staying strong in spite of all the challenges that you face in life. Being resilient.
Rightly put, ma'am. Thank you so much. So, yes, as ma'am said, mental toughness begins when comfort ends, and growth often starts when we speak despite fear. So, we all face a lot of uncertain moments and uncertain situations that we look for, and we are trying to mold ourselves in it. So, with this, so let's continue that later. I'm just very happy to invite the gender evaluator of the day. So DTM Priyan, warm welcome. Please carry on.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Today I am serving as the general evaluator for this meeting. I have a team who will help me in my job. They are called as the tag team and also the evaluators team. I will introduce my tag team in the beginning of the meeting and the evaluators during the third portion of the meeting. The tag team is nothing but the timer, R counter, and grammarian who will be helping me in performing my duties in generally evaluating this meeting and providing a feedback. So we have Toastmaster Vijay signed up as the timer for today's meeting. Mental toughness is truly a tough lesson to learn because mental toughness is built through challenges, not comfort. Every setback tests us, but also strengthens us, shaping a mindset that refuses to give up. In the end, the struggle itself becomes our great teacher. This is our timer Toastmaster Vijay's perspective on today's theme. Without any further ado, I now invite Toastmaster Vijay to brief about your role for today.
Vijay, you're not
Toastmaster
audible,
Vijay,
Vijay.
unmute.
No, Vijay, maybe you can just unmute or rejoin again.
Okay, in the meantime, may I now call upon the R counter for today?
Yeah, good morning, Priyan. Good morning, Toastmasters. Today I'll be taking the role of R counter. Being an R counter, I count on your these are the filler words. Let's be mindful in these words because these words keep us away from our content. So if you minimize using it, it will help you to be a good communicator and speaker. Thank you. Thank you very much for giving me opportunity being our counter. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Suresh, for serving us the R counter for today. May I now call upon the grammarian for today to brief about the rule.
Keshav, do you hear me now?
Yes, Vijay, please go ahead.
Okay, I'm really sorry for the technical glitch. So it was a mistake from my end. Anyway, let me quickly go on to the timer rules. Thank you everyone for your patience. Myself, Vijay Kumar, I am your timer today. So managing time also one kind of a mental toughness. So delivering a speech within the time limit is a important mindset that every speaker should have. So this Toastmaster club, this Toastmaster session will teach us about it. So the timer rule is we have three sessions. One is a prepared speech. For a prepared speech, the time limit is 5 to 7 minutes. Exactly at 5th minute, it's green, and 6th minute, it is yellow, and 7th minute, it is red. So next one is the evaluation session. Evaluation will take place between 2 to 3 minutes. Second minute, it will be green. 2.5 minute, it will be yellow, and third minute, it will be red. And finally, the most awaiting session called table topics. For table topics, it is 1 to 2.5 minutes. Exactly at 1 minute, it will be green. 1.5 minute, it will be yellow, and 2 minutes, it is red. So this is a timer rule. I will be monitoring everyone's time limit in this session. And at the end of the session, I will be sharing my report. Thank you very much. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vijay, for briefing the timer's rule. And there will also be 30 seconds after the red card is shown. With that, can we move on with the grammarian's rule?
Ma'am, I think grammarian role is open. Maybe any one of us can have to take. Toastmaster Bala.
Daniel, can I just take it up because I think no one is there.
Toastmaster Bala, would you like to take up the role?
Yeah, fine. I'll be the grammarian for the day.
Okay,
Thanks for
please
the thing.
about the
Yeah,
role.
as a grammarian, the role is okay. We need to be organized and we need to be speaking with the pitch of without making mistakes. So my role in the session would be is to follow up the small grammatical mistakes and make sure this does not repeat or it helps us to grow. Thank you, Priyank, for the introduction.
Thank you, tag team, for briefing about your role for today's meeting. And I, as the general evaluator, will be evaluating the meeting as a whole and providing my feedback at the end of the meeting when called upon to do so. With that, thank you, and back to you, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Keshav.
Thank you, General Evaluator Priyan. Yes, mental toughness. So mental toughness is often misunderstood as being hard, emotionless, or always strong. But in reality, mental toughness means staying steady even when the mind is challenged. It is the ability to continue even when confidence is low and situations are uncertain. So there's a Tamil saying, உனக்கு பிடிக்காத வேலையை செஞ்சா உனக்கு மன உறுதி உண்டாகும். So it's kind of a middle that we take it forward. We all face moments when our plans are not expected plans are not adhered, or some words fail, or some efforts are not failed, and sometimes we question whether we are progressing at all. Yet that mental toughness quietly asks us to stay with the process. The process is one thing that we look for. So with that thought process, I would like to go forward with the meeting. So we have 3 prepared speeches. So, and the table topic session is also there. So first prepared speech is Toastmaster Satish. So for that, I request DTM Satish Menon sir to share his speech details.
I am not his evaluator. I think it's Daniel. I am the speech evaluator for the second speaker.
Okay.
Yes, Keshav, I'm the second speaker. For me, evaluator is DTM Satish Menon, but I'm the second speaker.
So in the agenda, it was given a second speaker as Toastmaster Bindu. Because
Yeah, exactly.
I got the evaluation
Exactly, sir.
Toastmaster Bindu.
Yeah, exactly, sir. As per the agenda only, I'm just going.
Okay, Bala will be evaluating me. Let's go, move on. Yeah. Bala.
Okay, Bala, I'll just share the speech details so that you can just carry forward with Toastmaster Satish details.
Can I be the second one, if time permits? Hello?
Yes, Bala?
No, can I be the second one to opt for?
Yes.
I would be the general evaluator for whom?
Evaluator
No,
for
speech evaluator.
speech evaluator for Toastmaster Satish.
Sorry, yeah. I think I missed out. I see here. I would just pass it on to Satish to start it. I've not done it. I don't know. I apologize.
Okay, Bala, I have shared the details. I think you can just go for it.
Sure, please.
You must have received it. I've shared it with you.
Okay. Satish. The pathway is presentation mastery, level 2, project 5, introduction of Toastmaster mentoring. Speech titled is Mentored. One evening that changed my life. An evaluator is DTM Satish Menon.
Bala, you're the evaluator. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Wow. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Bala, for introduction. Mentored. Yes, I am mentored. One evening that changed my life. Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guests. Have you ever had a conversation that completely changed your life? I had one. But at that moment, I was just hoping it would last for just few minutes of a normal conversation, and I'll just have a dinner with whoever is going to have conversation with me. And I thought it would change my life. Let me take you back to summer of 1996 at Hyderabad. You all can imagine, at Hyderabad, midsummer means you are in a frying pan. Literally. It was warm, 45 degrees centigrade. I had reached my office evening at about 5:30 p.m. after a long day's call with a customer at his site solving some of his technical problems. I was just wondering as I was going into the office, why did I choose engineering and be in customer support instead of Antarctica? The point was, it was so hot, I was dehydrated. So I just went into the office, just freshen up and sat at my desk, and usual routine for a customer service engineer those days was to prepare the service report and submit it. And I was already at home at my heart because I was so tired. I saw my boss, Nataraj Iyer, was having a meeting with the sales folks, and it was very convenient for me to just keep quiet, avoid the meeting, and continue. They were talking about numbers, targets, revenues, receivables, and so on, which is not my subject. Though I'm working in the same company, same goal that we all work for. While I was doing my work, suddenly I was called. Satish, join here with us. A loud shout from my boss, who's always in general loud. I was a bit shocked. I was looking around. Is there any other Satish in the office? I said, there is no, I couldn't figure out if there is any other Satish. But my boss persisted, Satish, I'm calling you, you come here, join us in the meeting. I was thinking, why me, a service engineer, just about 2 years in the company, and why do you have to join this meeting with sales folks? And I'm against mathematics. Number crunching is not my forte at all. I hate numbers. I like wires. Anyway, I had no choice. Boss is calling. So I went and sat. Acted very intelligent, as if I'm understanding everything. The best way a professional can do when you don't understand is nod your head as if you are understanding everything and agree with everything that is happening around. And nothing goes into the head. I almost had serious hard earplugs in my ears. Somehow I finished the meeting. The meeting was over. They fixed some target. This quarter we have to finish these numbers and this much we have to collect. And there were heated discussions and all. But once the meeting was over, suddenly my boss looked at me. I was almost escaped out of the room. My boss said, Satish, you are going to drop me back to the guest house today. We are going to have dinner together. I said again, why me? This gentleman somehow latched down to me today. I don't know what is the reason. I thought mine is only the new scooter those days, which he wanted to have a pillion ride. Had no choice. We left the office. Finally, we ended up at a dinner table. Natras was a great leader, always a motivator and inspiring boss. So it was fine as long as he gets me a good dinner. It was fine. Let me take the pain of taking him along with him. I mean, at the dinner table, we were chatting usual things. How was your day and all that? Nataraj asked me. I said, yeah, this customer, that problem. Anyway, it's all done. Nothing to worry and all that. Suddenly he said, Satish, I have been observing you for last 3 months. Oh shit. I'm under his radar and I don't know what he's observing me about. Is that about my performance? Is that about me missing in the evenings whenever he calls for a dinner with other folks? What is that he's tracking me about? Anyway, I was the only fellow in the dinner with him, so I had no escape route. He said, you have fire in the belly. Huh? It's dehydration in my belly today. It's too hot. And you have a lot of enthusiasm, Satish. Yes, I have to have, otherwise I'll not get my salary end of the month. Said, I have a plan for you. I'm shifting you to sales. What? Sales? I never sold even a soap. He said, you think of it overnight and confirm me tomorrow, but you don't have much choice. That is when the discussion ended. That one dinner discussion shifted my career. I got into sales. And the beauty of that part of my life was a great mentor who was always with me. A mentor who spoke to me, spent time with me, and he never guided me or coached me. He just told me what I'm doing right and what I could improve on. That's it. He never discussed with me numbers for 6 months. He only gave me one target. 2 days in a week, you're going to spend at one major customer's place, build relationships, and report every week on what is happening with that customer. We expect turnaround and huge business from that customer. Then rest of the 3 or 4 days in the week, go and get business. And he gave me a buddy who always did a pillion ride on my scooter and never supported me. Rather, he enjoyed his time because he didn't know driving with me along. I was taking him to all the customers, and that was my training. So the beauty of it was a dinner meeting, unexpected, turned up to be a 10 years career in sales, business development, marketing, and stuff, solving the customers' problems, which they're already having. I was giving them better solutions and traveled across the country. And here I am today, after almost 25 years, in front of all of you, Toastmasters, narrating this great story of mentored a dinner that changed my life forever. Thank you so much. Back to you, over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you. It was a fun, energetic speech. Thank you so much. With this, I go in with the second speaker of the day, Toastmaster Bindu. So for that, I invite DTM Satish Menon sir to give away the speech.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Keshav. Good morning, everyone. Toastmaster Bindu is going to present a speech from the pathway Persuasive Influence Level 2 Introduction to Toastmasters Mentoring. The purpose of that speech is to clearly define how Toastmasters envisions mentoring. The member would have a 5 to 7 minute speech about a time when they were a protege. They will share the impact and the importance of having a mentor. And the speech is not about content on the Toastmasters introduction to Toastmasters mentoring. Timer, please note that the time limit is 5 to 7 minutes. Thank you, and back to you, Toastmaster Keshav.
Thank you, TM Modi. So I invite Speaker Bindu to go over with the speech.
What is the one thing that all of you want to improve in your life journey as a Toastmaster? I'm sure all of you undoubtedly will tell that it is to improve your communication and leadership skills. Is it not? Can I get a thumbs up? In the Hindu mythology, the role of Krishna was exemplified during the war when Arjuna was at the crossroads. He had to have that mental toughness whether to go in for a war or not. In my life, especially in my Toastmaster journey, I always thought that that role of Krishna is equivalent to the mentor. A very good morning to all the Toastmasters and the guests present over here. Metaphorically, the Gita that Lord Krishna had given were advice to Arjuna while he was at the crossroads. Decision whether to go in for a war or not. And I think it's metaphorically nothing but a war against you and your inner voice. When I was working, I'm a doctor by profession, I had to deny a lot of opportunities. You know why? Because I was so fearful of public speaking. And whenever opportunities come where I had to speak in front of a group of people, I would obediently deny it. And I would escape by in fact consoling me and concealing my fear by telling that, yeah, someone told action speaks louder than voice. I know that was an escape route. To all of you, COVID might have given you a lot of hardships. But to me, COVID pandemic was a blessing in disguise. Do you know why? I lost my job. But that was not a blessing, you might say. But that left me to contemplate on my fears. I was asked to give online consultation and talk about COVID pandemic, and there I fumbled, altogether fumbled. Sitting beside me, my children was laughing at me and were informing me that, Amma, there are a lot of online ventures in which you can pitch in and improve your skills. Thereby, I was able to recognize Toastmasters International as one of the major platforms to improve my skills. So I joined Chennai Wordsmith initially. It was all online. My first mentor was DT Maithili, and I was able to get it off my fear. Not big deal because I was just online, and therefore I did not have to look at the experiences or the expressions of the audience. So that real time experience was lacking. Nevertheless, I was able to open my mouth in front of that virtual audience. My first fear or my first mental toughness was taken away by my mentor. Moving on, the physical meeting started, and there again I fumbled. Seeing the real faces, I started really shaking. I went in for hibernation, telling that I have a job on Sunday and therefore I'm not able to come. I very well knew that that was an excuse and an escape. Somehow I had to get rid of this. That was my inner voice. Thereby, I got an opportunity that there is a club at on Sundays, and that was 360 Toastmaster Club. And the mentor I got was Toastmaster Mohan Subramaniam. I would really send all the scripts of the speeches well in advance because I used to write 1,000 words instead of 500 words, and it was like a mind-boggling game. He, like a sculptor, used to chisel it one by one, telling that Bindu, take away this, Bindu, take away that. It's irrelevant. Put in the new words that really make sense. That was a real experience, lifetime experience that I've gained through the scripting of speech, which is the most important part in giving a speech. Second came the contest. I was shying away from contest, telling her it's not my cup of tea. But he was a IST champion in 2027 and 2018. Will he give up? No, no way. He caught hold of me and told Bindu, winning a contest is not the only thing. By participating in a contest, you are recognizing your challenges. It's a real-time experience, pitching. And without fear, I was able to do that. You know, the magic of mentorship is that the mentor will be able to dive deep into your hidden potentialities and also know your fears more than you. And that was what a Toastmaster Mohan did to me. He chiseled me out and made me a better communicator. I'm now confident in such a way that I'm able to deliver my speeches fearlessly and flawlessly. Mentor-mentee relationship is one of the nicest relationship in the Toastmaster journey. And you are in the making of a beautiful sculpt after a sculpture. Lord Krishna, how made Arjuna win the war? That is what is mentor for me. Thank you. Over to you, Thiago.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bindu. It was really a great, thought-provoking and inspiring speech, which is aligned to the theme of the day. So with that, we go for the third and last speaker of the day. So for that, I invite our beloved Sergeant Arms, Toastmaster Daniel, to give away Toastmaster Navneeta to speech details. Over to you, Toastmaster Daniel.
Yeah, thank you, TMOD Keshavan. Third speaker, Toastmaster Navneeta is going to present his level 2 project number 2. His pathway is presentation mastery. His speech title is the Big Three. The speech duration 5 to 7 minutes. The purpose of this project is to deliver a speech with awareness of intentional and unintentional body language, as well as to learn, practice, and refine how they use non-verbal communication when delivering a speech. So all the best to Toastmaster Navneeta. Over to you, TMOD Keshavan.
Thank you, Toastmaster Daniel. With that, I give the podium to Toastmaster Navneeta. Navneeta, you can go ahead with your speech. Thank you.
If one cannot observe and interpret the body language of others, what is the use of having eyes at all? This is a translation of Tirukkural 705. குறிப்பறிந்து கூறாமை காண்பான் எனையது என்ன பயத்தவன் கண். It is talking about the purpose of eyes. So I don't need to stress how important the body language is. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Let me get to the big one. It was my second year in the college and my first seminar to my fellow then 60 plus classmates and 60 plus immediate seniors. The topic was polymorphism. My knowledge on the topic gave me confidence. And somehow I went on to the stage and stood in front of the 120 plus students. I was totally blank for 2 minutes. Just blank. My hands were shaking I was holding a marker and it was shaking. My hands did not move at all. I was just walking left to right, right to left, and speaking continuously. Somehow I managed to explain the topic with examples and concluded the speech. I thought I was doing fine. I went to my professor and asked, how did I perform? He said that your body was shouting, hey, I'm nervous. I'm not confident, even though your words were saying the opposite. He asked me this question, why were you so nervous? I said that the seminar hall was too big and it is totally new. Half of the audience, were the seniors and I never spoke to them. He then replied, follow this one thing next time. Go and stand in front of the audience at least 2 minutes before your seminar. Just pass. Look at the 4 corners one by one and own the space first. I repeat, own the space first. This one change made me feel more confident, even before I actually became confident. Let's get to the big 2. There was this Tamil speech competition in my school, and it was about Swami Vivekananda. I prepared very well, and I went onto the stage and delivered it also well. There were a few other contestants. The result was about to get announced. I was very excited and waiting to hear my name for the first place. Then my name was announced for the second place. I thought I had great content and delivered it without any, misses or mistakes. But I realized after my teacher explained the difference. I avoided eye contact. I used to look down here and there somewhere or everywhere except at people. The winner didn't just speak to the room, she spoke to the people. While I was looking at the walls, she was looking into the souls. That's when I realized people don't listen to speeches. They respond to connection. He then said, follow this one thing next time before the speech. When you stand there in front of people and pass for a minute, make eye contact with them, at least some of them. Then during the speech, make eye contact with one person for one sentence. And that way you try to have eye contact with few people. Suddenly, I felt less afraid. The audience didn't feel like a crowd. They felt like individuals. Let's get to the next one, the big 3. I was attending a keynote speech. That person was one of the greatest athletes. I was totally into his speech with his calm and composed delivery. I felt his speech was very powerful, impactful. One simple thing that I observed when he said, I want to say 3 things. She shows the number 1. And, one by one, he was showing 1, 2, 3. I thought that was very effective. He was using his hands naturally while speaking and expressing his thoughts. That's when I learned the importance of hand movement. Today, I still get nervous, but now I know this. Confidence doesn't start in the mind. Sometimes it starts in the body. Stand tall and you feel stronger. Make eye contact and you feel connected. Use gestures and you feel expressive. Your body trains your mind. So the next time when you step on a stage, don't just prepare your speech. Prepare your presence. Because your body is always speaking. Make sure it tells a story your eyes were meant to see. Fellow Toastmasters, the big 3 are not just for public speaking. Number one, own your space. That's the posture. Number two, connect with your eyes. That's the eye contact, connection. Number three, open your body, the gestures. If you can master these, your body is always speaking. The only question is it telling the same stop or your words? Over to you, Toastmaster.
Oh, lovely anecdote and insights, Navneeta. So with that, we have concluded the prepared speech section. So before going on to the impromptu session, table topic session, so I would like to share the final thought process of mental toughness. Now, mental toughness is also visible in a way as we receive feedback. It takes maturity to listen, reflect, and improve without losing spirit. What is mental toughness? It's a personal trait that improves performance and well-being, meaning that you are more likely to be successful to enhance your personal and professional life. So with this, I just want to share 4 C's of mental toughness: control, commitment, challenge, and confidence. So we all face difficult moments and uncertain moments in our life. So let's take it forward. Let's make that mental toughness as a resilient mind. Self-talk yourself. Persistence, consistency builds our inner strength. Even small repeated efforts create confidence, and the response matters more than the reaction. Let's not react. Let's take every failure as a training and every challenge as a training ground to enhance your mental toughness. So with that, I welcome our table topic master. He's an experienced 21 years of experience in corporate and business line. He's a business coach and a founder of A Space, shared a co-working space. So with that, no ado, I request DTM Alex Jacob to take on the table topic session. Over to you, table topic master, Alex.
Yes, sure. I am not the table topic master. It is Navneeta. Okay, happy April Fool's Day. Anyway, some fun needed for the day. All right. So
thank you, sir. It was a lovely fun.
So I request all of you here to switch on the video if possible. All right. So for the benefit of the guests, table topic is a 1 to 2 minutes impromptu speaking session. And I'm sure that's a very valuable skill at work, at professional spaces, and surely if you are married, it is one of the most sought after skills you needed to be successful in your married life. All right, so we have a very interesting topic today, which is mental toughness, and I'm sure there's a lot of talks about mental toughness. So I'll be calling first the members of Wake Up Chennai Toastmasters who doesn't have a role or a limited speaking role today. First, I would like to invite our very new member, relatively new, not relatively, very new member, Suresh Babu. Suresh Babu, would you like to take one topic?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you, Suresh. And the topic for you is, tell us one incident where you thought you should have shown mental toughness and why you didn't show that.
Thank you, Toastmaster Alex. Yeah, one incident where I should have shown my mental toughness, which I have not shown. Let me give you an example. This is my second innings in Toastmaster. My first innings was with Electronicity Toastmaster exactly 7 years back. I was doing CC1, CC2, CC3, I have done it. But I don't have that mental toughness to move forward towards CC4, 5, 6, further. That incident, and when I just give up, I felt that I can do better, I can do well, but it was urging me to come back and join Toastmaster today. Today, I joined back to start my journey and continue my path as a Toastmaster. This requires a mental toughness and also resilience, which I feel I have, so I have joined back here. Thank you very much, Toastmaster, for giving me opportunity to share one of my incident where I can share my where my mental toughness is tested. Thank you.
Thank you, Suresh. And I think he deserves a big round of applause for the two things. First, he's a new member to the club, and also the mental toughness and the resilience that he decided to join back. And wishing you a very exciting Toastmasters journey, Suresh. All right. So the next speaker is our grammarian, Bala. Bala, would you like to take up a topic?
Yes, please, Alex.
All right. So if you have to advise to your younger self how to be mentally strong, what would be your 3 advices to your younger version? To your younger version.
Okay. Advice is the easiest thing which anybody can do. Keeping up commitments would be the first one. I know about me. I don't take calls without I make a commitment. There is incident. I made a rule. I made a rule for myself, mentioning for all the yearly Toastmaster meeting, I should be committed to take up one role and make it possible to have one speech so that I complete my pathways. Something is new is without a commitment, I don't act. So for an younger version of me, though I know I'm growing old, is to make a commitment and see to it. Another one is time. A bad time planning was one of the corrections which I was supposed to do. So an younger role would be is to make sure I am on time for the meetings or to the customer discussion. Third one would be is speak effectively. I was using a lot of filler words. Make sure you continue, or myself, this is to myself. So to continue the language without a filler word. So I talk in a planned manner. Thank you, Alex.
Thank you, Bala, and a big round of applause to Bala. Interestingly, Bala also is a rejoined member in Wake Up, so which is very exciting that nobody is giving up Toastmasters journey. And another new member is Gunashilan. So may I request you to speak on the topic, mental toughness in a corporate world. What does it mean?
Mental toughness. Hi, good morning all. And my topic is on mental toughness in this corporate world. So on this day-to-day life, everyone is running throughout with pressures. While we enter into office, we have many things to be controlled, like official pressures, submissions, and design pressures. I'm saying in my aspects, state issues and everything is to be reviewed and a proper solution without any time delays to be given. And this has a mental pressures. So this has a mental pressures to overcome this. We should have a time management and a proper planning, we can exclude this mental pressures in this corporate.
Guna, we are unable to hear you. The audio is not so clear. If you're done with your speech, you can show a thumbs up so that I can understand.
That's all, sir.
Are you able to hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, sir. I heard you. I completed my speech. That's all.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Any other members of Wake Up Chennai Toastmasters would like to attend? If not, we need to go to our guests. All right. So these topics are open to our guests. Any guests would like to attend? Okay, Mohini, Toastmaster Mohini. How do you describe mental toughness to a 5-year-old kid? Because that answer will be very helpful to me also. Not because I'm 5-year-old, but because I can coach my son.
Have to train my mind to actually think back how the mental capacities of a 5-year-old. It's been a long time since my children have grown up, and we don't live in a space with little children anymore. Even though I do try to go and play with my nieces and nephews, but time flies away so fast. So the time I played with them is still very fresh in my memory. But then today, when I see them outside, they've all grown so big, so tall. They're all like 18 years and 17 years. The passage of time is so fast. 5 years, I think, is a very, very, in a graph or something, on a sketch of 1 to 10, in my mind, training a 5-year-old, I think it's quite impossible actually. They are such they're such a tender age. They are so pliable. They absorb what they see. They are actually living in the moment. I don't think we can mold them in any way or give them any advice in any way. Everything is very transient from them. They just go from 1 minute to the other just like that. I think, in fact, we have to learn from that 5-year-old's mind to be in the moment, to enjoy something as it is in that moment and not carry it and declutter our mind, put everything good, bad, nonsense, fear, anxiety, all the emotions into this little space of us between our 2 years. Like the tennis ace player Martina Navratilova said, keep this inner space clear, she said, between the 2 years. So even children of 5-year-olds, I think they do that. They don't clutter their minds with anything. Whereas at this senior age, I know my space inside here is so cluttered. Every morning I have to declutter that space to even start thinking again. So in such a situation, what do I tell a 5-year-old? I think I'll think about this, Toastmaster Alex, and thank you for the topic. Over to you.
Thank you. Last line was a fantastic line, madam. I'm looking forward for those lines. Right. So I'm very successful in coaching my son on mental toughness. Now, after 6 months of telling him mental toughness, I became mentally tough. So that was my great success. All right. So next we'll go to the last and the final speaker. Any volunteers?
I would like to take a topic.
Who is that?
Priyank.
Priyank. Okay. All right. Good. Thank you, Priyank. How do we educate a senior citizen that mental toughness is no more needed?
Thank you, Table Topics Master. How do we educate a senior citizen that mental toughness is no more needed? They are already educated. They have seen life. They have a lot of wisdom. I don't know how we can go and educate them. But definitely, they have seen a lot in life. And sometimes when there is not even some kind of survival or protection needed, they might go into that mode. Like we should always be tough. We need to be mentally tough. So we can say, don't be in a mood of urge to think you need to be tough all the time. It is okay to be yourself. Sometimes let it go and give time. Don't need to jump the gun. Say, for example, I was interacting with one of the senior, and they said a new broom may sweep very well, but the old broom knows the corners of the hall better. So it is not about knowing the corners better, because sometimes we don't need the corners cleaned so much as we need the actual space cleaned. So we can let go a little bit, accept people more, be forgiving, and the world is not as dangerous, not as harsh or rude as they think. Every day we are moving on a plane of time. The past is already past. Every day the things are getting better, people are getting better, there are kind people, and your past is not going to keep repeating again and again. So sometimes please let go. No need to be so mentally tough. You can relax. And when it really something happens, bring in your survival mode or the mental tough thing. And until then, you can keep that armor down, those weapons down. Use it only when it is really, really required. Thank you, and back to you, Table Topics Master.
Thank you, BTM Priyank. Thank you so much. With this, we come to an end of the table topic session. I believe mental toughness is a jargon. Most of us may not even understand what you mean by a mental toughness, but we use it often, every day. But one of my mentors, she's a world-class trainer, an NLP professional, and she used to say this line: mental toughness is not needed, mental flexibility is needed, which can make you tough when it is needed, which can make you flexible when you need it. That can make a huge difference to personal and professional life. With this humble thoughts, I hand over to Toastmaster of the Day, Keshav.
Thank you, Table Topic Master, DTM Alex, for the lovely creative mind topics you have given us. Thank you so much for that. Let's debate it soon. Let's debate it soon on whether mental toughness is a jargon or mental toughness is a resilient to toughen our mind to a next level. Thank you so much. With this, I just want to conclude one thing. Staying calm, staying at present is what mental toughness is all about. I admire MS Dhoni, our former captain, for that. So with this, table topic and prepared questions are over. So we are up for the evaluation session.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. We will now move on to the evaluation portion of the meeting. To get started, may I now invite the evaluator for the first speaker to provide your prepared speech evaluation.
Okay. Thank you, TTM Priyan. Interesting thing about Satish, Toastmaster Satish, was that he was able to have a movie about how his life moved from connecting wires to connecting people. The first challenge a sales guy hits is in the earlier days, as I clearly understand, we didn't have an MBAs to do it. Literally, the bosses says, "Okay, you're good in this. It is better you learn this. Go ahead and do it." That is what has happened in Satish's life. So we were able to understand your journey, how we were able to move from a technical career to a people person. That was very interesting stuff. The option was some corrections which would also be better is the voice modulation part. Like if you're able to stand up, the communication and the voice would speak louder than what you are able to think. We are able to get it, but the rise and fall, saying that when your boss mentions about what he is supposed to do, his authority can be showed in the voice modulation is what one of the feedback. Corrections, and it's not a corrections. One suggestion or one feedback would also be is that an interaction asking, is there any kind of not a problem statement, but the fellow members could also increase. We know the restrictions on the e-meeting is that getting access, switching on the mute off, but that's a reservation we have. But anything which we are able to understand more about it literally adds more weightage. The language used was simple for everybody to understand. Eye contact, yeah, we have our own restrictions. Words variety, as a grammarian, I introduced the word late, so persistent was not used. So I will be persistent in using the word persistent again. So I used it thrice. I can make a note of it so that I'm okay with it. I will share the report to Toastmaster Satish shortly. Over to you, TTM Priyank.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bala, for providing the evaluation for Toastmaster Satish Kumar's speech. May I now invite the prepared evaluator for the second speaker to present the evaluation.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Good morning, everyone. Toastmaster Bindu. There's a saying that goes saying that when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. And your scenario of becoming an accomplished Toastmaster kind of exemplifies that. From being an introvert in your early days, as you mentioned about not willing to come and speak on stage and having excuses in your mind saying that I know all the stuff, but I am not a very good presenter. Okay. Our actions speak louder than words. These are things that every one of us at some point of time in our lives have consoled ourselves with. To say that I know everything, why should I go and speak on stage? I am very well one-to-one with people, I am very good. But somewhere in the back of the mind, the thing will linger that I need to kind of be a good speaker. I need to be a good communicator. And you also talked about how circumstances forced you into being a good communicator. COVID was a period in everybody's life where we all had some setbacks. Okay? And you talked about losing your job at that part of time and how that pushed you into online presentations. So it was a thing of having to do something when you know that nothing else is there. And by doing that, you found out your true, calling, and you found out that there was a communicator hidden inside you. This is what life does to all of us. Sometimes we are pushed to do something, and by doing that, we find that we already have the skill. It is just that we were afraid to experiment with it, or we were afraid to kind of bring out that facet of personality in front of everybody. So the examples that you gave were perfectly in sync. At least it resonated perfectly with me, because these are some of the instances which I can also personally resonate with. In all of this, you talked about different mentors in Toastmasters that you had. But I would say more than the mentors, it was you. You took that step to move ahead. Mentors, I would say, were just a catalyst that came along. You could have a very good mentor, but if you don't follow what the mentor says, it's no use. And sometimes you don't even need a mentor. It's all about you coming out and saying, yes, I will do this. Now, I will do this is pursued more by circumstances forcing you to do it, or by somebody telling that there is no other choice, let me do it, or you feel that I should now become a better version of myself. And in your case, I think it was wanting to be a better version of yourself and circumstances pushing you in that direction. I have seen you speak in multiple forums, and you are a very good speaker and a very good communicator. In this speech also, you had very good body language. Your clarity of thought was very good. The speech delivery was excellent. And we could clearly understand this small story of yours on how it moved you from a shy individual to a confident individual. Is there anything that you could do better? Well, I would not give suggestions for the sake of giving, but I think in this speech, there was nothing else that you could do better. You conveyed your story very well, and it kind of will help a long way in helping others also to move around with their Toastmastering journey. Thank you very much, and all the very best to you. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Satish Menon, for providing the project evaluation for Toastmaster Bindu Thangappan's speech. May now call upon the third speaker's evaluator to provide the evaluation for the speech.
Thank you, General Evaluator DTM Priyank. Very good morning, all, once again. First of all, let me congratulate Toastmaster Navneeta on delivering a very relatable and insightful speech titled The Big Three. Your topic on body language was not just informative, but also deeply personal, which made us engaging and for all of us. Let me begin with strong 3 points what you have done very well. The first one is strong personal storytelling. Your speech started with the big number one, like you progressed with 3 stages of your life. The first incident you expressed, which has happened during your second year of college, when you were delivering a speech on polymorphism topic. And the second one incident that you have shared during your Tamil speech competition about Swami Vivekananda. And the third one is you are listening to a education speech by a sports athlete. But these 3 incidents, you are sharing one learning from you that is applicable for all of us. That is a strong personal storytelling. And the second one is you are just explaining about learning journey. You just given a message that people don't just listen to speeches, they respond to connections. So that is one important key point that we could able to listen from your speech. And the third one is the purposeful message. Your big 3 takeaway was clear and practical. You just explained about pace, eye contact, and gestures. That is most important for every speecher. And this is totally related with your speech objective. And now coming to the recommendation part, I have 2 recommendations. Since it is a effective body language speech, if you could have delivered the speech in a standing portion, then it would be really good enough to observe your body language. Even though your eye contact was good enough, but if you stand and deliver, it will be more perfect. And the second point, voice modulations. Whenever you are saying that where you fumble and you just struggle when you see the audiences of more than 150 people, your body was shaking. So that moment you can slightly use the voice modulations. And to summarize your speech, it was a clear structure and you have a strong personal connection, and it was very valuable learning points. With this, if you demonstrate some more voice modulation and standard delivery, it will be a very beautiful speech. Congratulations for your next speech. Thank you. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Daniel, for that very detailed evaluation for Toastmaster Navneeta's speech. We will now move on to the tag reports. May I now call upon the timer to present the timer report for today's meeting. You're on mute.
Hi, I hope you guys can able to hear me.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So here is a timer report. The first session, speaking session, Toastmaster Satish Kumar delivered the title One Evening That Changed My Life. He took almost 9 minutes 40 seconds for it, followed by Toastmaster Bindu spent 7 minutes 31 seconds to deliver her topic Modern Day Krishna. And finally, Toastmaster Navneeta Krishnan took 6 minutes 36 seconds to deliver his speech titled The Big Three, the importance of 3 body sign languages. And the next session, table topic, the first table topic table topic candidate Toastmaster Suresh Babu spent 1 minute 16 seconds, followed by Toastmaster Bala took 1 minute 22 seconds. And the next Toastmaster Gunasilan spent 1 minute 47 seconds for his, in his topic. And the guest Toastmaster Mohini Ramalingam spent almost 2 minutes for 14 seconds. And finally, Toastmaster Priyang spent 2 minutes 09 seconds to deliver his table topic. And the final session, that was the evaluation session. The Toastmaster Bala given his review comments for Toastmaster Satish Kumar within 2 minutes 06 seconds, followed by DTM Satish Menon spent 3 minutes 30 seconds to evaluate Toastmasters Bindu's topic. And finally, Toastmaster Daniel Andrew took 2 minutes 27 seconds to evaluate Toastmaster Navanitha Krishnan's speech. That's it. That's it. The timer report. This is the timer report with me now. Yeah. So thank you. Thank you very much. Over to you, DTM Pri.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vijay, for presenting your timer report. May I now call upon the R counter for today, Toastmaster Suresh Babu, to present the R counter report.
Thank you, Toastmaster Priyank. I'm ready with my R counter. Interesting in this session is out of 12 speakers, 8 speakers are flawless in their communication. R is very, very less and very impressive. Let me tell their name. First, Priyank, General Evaluator. Grammarian Bala. Bindu. Toastmaster Satish Kumar. Toastmaster Satish Menon. Toastmaster Navneet. Toastmaster Alex. And Toastmaster Mohini. Really, it's a good example for us to understand that how they are comfortably giving the speeches without uttering So others, Toastmaster Keshav, 23 ha and hum. Timer Vijay, 18. Daniel, 8. Gunasilan, 7. So that's it from my end. Reduce your R's and M's. It will give you a good speech. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Suresh, for presenting a very crisp and very still covered everybody. That's really amazing. Thank you for a wonderful job today and taking the role first time in our club. I really appreciate your efforts and the listening skills. With that, we will move on to the grammarian's report. May I now request Toastmaster Bala to present the grammarian report for today's meeting. It's like Bala dropped from the meeting. So we will move ahead with the general evaluator's report. I'm so happy and I appreciate the persistence that we all had in keeping this meeting going. In spite of all the technical glitches and some role player confusions we had in the beginning of the meeting, I really appreciate how all our reflexes work and we are able to handle the things that happen and move forward as a team together. What we did great today was we all woke up early to make this meeting happen. Every meeting we do the video recording and upload in YouTube so that we can go back and see how we have done and how we can do better. And clean, neat agenda and flyers were sent out yesterday. I really appreciate all the efforts that has gone behind it. If at all I have to recommend something, we can always use the 6:55 to 7 a.m. for all the role players to join in and do the audio video check before we get started with the official meeting, so that we can avoid all the on the fly role player filling. And also if we can include all the role players into the agenda and speech project details before we send it out. By calling up people individually and filling the details and then sharing the PDF, it will be very useful because during the meeting, everybody uses the agenda as the one point of reference for who is the evaluator, who is the speaker, and who is the role player. Next, coming to the prepared speeches section, we had 3 amazing speeches in the early morning today, like a boost. Thank you so much for preparing very well and coming on time and presenting here. I really appreciate the efforts of all the prepared speakers. And then coming to the table topics, distinguished Toastmaster Alex, thank you for the lively and engaging table topics for this particular theme. I loved your humorous opening and bang closing as a table topics master, not just presenting the table topic session, but putting it together like a nice package and delivering it to us all in the morning as a gift. And then coming to the evaluation portion of the meeting, thank you so much, evaluators. Evaluations are the backbone of any Toastmasters meeting, making this meeting valuable by giving constructive and supportive evaluations. Anybody can criticize, but to criticize in a way the other people will take the feedback is a real skill. You showed that today. Thank you so much. And overall, what was the plus in the meeting was the energy and enthusiasm. And overall, what we can do better is time management. With that, I would like to call upon the grammarian, Toastmaster Bala, who is back again. Sir, I used the word persistent in the beginning of my general evaluator's report. So God has answered my prayer. I was thinking my report comes after his report. How will he include my word of the day usage? So my wishes, God has granted my wishes today. Now over to you to present your grammarian's report. Over to you, Toastmaster Bala.
Thank you, DTM Priyank. Persistent is the word. I was able to use it. So I will be the maximum because I used 4-5 times. The next one was used as DTM Priyank. As a grammarian, the role is to make sure we use the communication much efficiently, flawless. I don't say they used flawless because we make mistake and learn from all mistakes. Interesting facts which were able to make a note about are interesting quotes which were used by Toastmaster Bindu in a speech recognizing your challenge. And she was very passionate in introducing her mentor, DTM, I think Toastmaster Mohan. She says, know your fear. We understand the impact which a mentor has created to a Toastmaster. So the journey is very interesting. We're able to feel the impact, and the interesting quotes are there. Toastmaster Navneet started with a Tirukkural, but before I was able to make a note, I missed it. So I will ask him and get it updated. Very powerful word, just pause. Look at 4 corners, only place or only place was very interesting and very powerful to understand. You are able to compassionately speak the thing which you are able to understand. I looked at the walls, whereas she spoke to the soul, was also a very powerful statement which conveyed to whom do we communicate and what is the objective of our communication. Last about DTM Priyank's interesting word or interesting phrase was new broom sweeps very well, old broom knows the corner well. I think it is very efficiently. I can use it for my I think my wife. So I think she'll be happy that I at least make use of the broom, at least talk about it. This is a grammarian. These are the reports which I would like to pass it on over to the Toastmaster of the day, please.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bala, for presenting the grammarian's report. With that, I would like to pass the control to the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Keshav. Over to you.
Thank you, General Dr. DTM Priyank. It was a lovely report, evaluations and everything. So, like, I wanted to share a lighter moment. So, regarding the mental toughness. Mental toughness is not only about staying calm, as table topic master DTM Alex said, it's about the mind's flexibility. So, when in facing with a adverse situation or a challenge, we are giving in to the situation. In my personal experience, I have dealt with many experiences. One of the experience which I felt was like we must be moving forward with best version of what we are today. today we are giving our best version. Next day we are giving our best version. So that's what. So with that, I asked our Southern Toms, Daniel, to launch the poll. Is it launched, Daniel?
Yes, just one minute.
Yeah.
Can you pass the control to the president so we can take the guest feedback at this time and stop the meeting on time? I have to go.
Yeah, okay. Daniel, it's over. Poll is done.
No, you can hand over to the president. He will take it over from here.
Oh, okay. With this, I hand over the mic to the president, Toastmaster Satish.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Keshav, for conducting that seamless session and making sure that everything happens on time as per the process. And thank you so much, DTM Priyank, for your amazing general evaluation and also a great shocking table topics from DTM Alex. Reminded us that yes, we can be fooled anytime. Thank you so much for that. And I'd like to invite our club secretary, Toastmaster Keshav, to present the report for the previous meeting before we further proceed. Over to you,
Yes,
Toastmaster Keshav.
Yes, presiding officer. Thank you so much. So, meeting 364, 25th March. A meeting over Zoom was started by 7:05 and followed by the presiding address by Toastmaster Satish Kumar. So members present were Toastmaster Satish, Shivaji, Daniel, myself, Navnita Krishnan, Paradhi, and guest Uma Natraj, Aditya, Uma Rani, and Realme. And TMOD was introduced by the presiding officer, Toastmaster Paradhi. Table topic master was Toastmaster Keshav, and timer was Toastmaster Shivaji. An amusing and refreshing, insightful session was actually taken by our beloved Senator Tom's Toastmaster Daniel Andrew on topic how we evaluate to motivate ourselves. Based on it, Q&A was observed, and an observative energetic table topic session was conducted by Toastmaster Keshav, followed by the timer report presented by our timer Toastmaster Shivaji, and the Modi was asked to share the poll and hand it over to the presiding officer Toastmaster Satish Kumar. The club awards were presented to best double topic speaker being Toastmaster Uma Natraj, and the feedback about that meeting and club was taken from the guests. And lastly, meeting was adjourned at 8:35 by presiding officer Satish. So over to you, presiding officer. Thank you so much for the feedback.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Keshav, for presenting the report for the previous meeting. I'd like to request if there are any guests on the meeting. I don't see anyone. Okay, for your feedback, maybe guest Toastmaster Bindu Thangappan. We can have your feedback about the meeting and your experience. You're on mute.
It was a nice experience for me, like different perspectives about a common topic of mental toughness. Yeah, the table topic also is very amazing. Overall, a very fun-filled learning day on a Wednesday morning. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Bindu Thangappan, for joining us today. And Sergeant at Arms Daniel, is the poll ready?
Yes, yes. The
Okay.
results are ready now.
Yeah.
So best main role player award goes to our table topic master DTM Alex Jacob. And today's best tag role player award goes to our grammarian Toastmaster Bala. And best evaluator award goes to our DTM Sadish Menon. And today's best prepared speaker award goes to Toastmaster Bindu. And today's best table topic speaker award goes to our DTM Priyank. Congratulations to all the winners. Thank you. Over to you, Presiding Officer.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Daniel, for presenting the results for the day. And can we all have our cameras on so that we can have a group picture before we adjourn the meeting?
Yes, Toastmaster. Please, I was about to say that. Let's take a picture. Let's all show the mental toughness.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for joining us on this 365th meeting. And we'll join for the next meeting same time. And soon we will have our induction of new members. And also let us all congratulate our DTM Alex for proceeding to the next level in the contest for ISC, and he'll be representing our club at the area level now. I mean, he has crossed the area level, he'll be competing in the division level now. So let us wish him good luck, and we adjourn the meeting today. Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you all.
Thank you all.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.